trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.
Welcome to Hanging Loose, a disc golf podcast, hosted by Shanked DG and Spiiciiboii. Today's guest, Josh Roberts.
Figure out. I don't know what is going on.
Welcome to Hang Loose Podcast. My name is Shank DG. With me, as always, is
Spiiciiboii coming to you
Spiiciiboii.
live from the Fountain Hills Public Library because I recorded today and forgot that it was podcast day. So I have no microphone, I have no headphones, I have no prep. Caleb sent me a link and I was like, what's this link for? And I'm sitting right in front of Terry editing and I was like, oh shit, my bad. So sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, all good. This could be a different kind of episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
you
also
filmed
told
for
him I was going to try and record live at the fountain, which is right outside this window. But the internet, unless you're on Wi-Fi out here, is dog shit. So
yeah.
sorry. You can picture it in your mind or see it on coverage in a couple of days.
I'll just put like a tiny little video, picture in picture, right behind you, just of the fountain.
Yeah.
Put it on loop for 45 to an hour or whatever.
I
you filmed for
actually
Terry
genuinely,
today.
I have a rain track on in my bedroom 24 hours a day. So anytime you come into my bedroom, it just sounds like it's raining, and it's the best thing ever. Sorry, what were you talking about today?
Oh, I was just you filmed for Terry today. I mean, that's always cool stories.
Yes, it was a great card. It was Paul Ulibarri, and then Gannon Burr, and then Anthony Barella, and then Isaac Robinson. And it was my first time filming Gannon, Isaac, second time filming Uli, and then of course I filmed AB loads of times.
Right.
Nothing too crazy happened today. Really, the most intense thing was that AB tore his finger on the first throw of the round.
Ooh.
So at the end of the round, I saw Gannon filming it, but I don't know where he posted it, but his finger was all bloody at the end of the round.
Ooh.
So hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, no kidding. After a hard week in Olympus, he's probably
Oh, by the way, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but this podcast is brought to you by Great Lakes Disc.
Oh, we missed it by 16 seconds. We'll cut off the front of it. Pretty good. Whoa. Connection is fairly good. If you're on Wi-Fi, my internet was dropping.
Well, you live in Iowa, so
it's true. If we media.
Also, I didn't know Gannon was from Iowa. That was
he's like 45 minutes up the road from me, actually. I've never met him. He's he plays in the Des Moines area scene, not down here really ever. So
gotcha.
Not really the same demographic, but I have joined the Courtesy Violation Fantasy League for this year.
Oh,
so I need to know how them players were looking out there because I need that inside info for totally private reasons. Definitely not going to be put on
YouTube. Well, to put it this way, spoilers, is that German account listening? If you are, please mute your computer because I'm going to say some things right now.
Deutsch DG.
Is that what it was? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
So lead card tomorrow will be Gannon Burr is on there. Cupcake, Jacob Curtis, he'll be on there. Jordan Castro.
4-hour round coming up tomorrow.
Well, Jordan Castro also takes a long time.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and he's a good dude, but he just takes forever. Yeah. Gannon takes forever. Cupcake takes forever, and Goose is the last person on the lead card, and he's pretty quick usually.
I was gonna say he seems like a pick up and throw kind of guy.
It's funny that you said you got a 4-hour round coming up tomorrow because literally we were just sitting at the table talking about like the filming plan and call times and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, we got Cupcake, Jordan, and Gannon on the card tomorrow, so it'll be about a 5-hour round. And Terry laughed. He's like, yeah, probably. I was like, I'm definitely gonna need an extra battery tomorrow.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was
I
funny the way
was
Cupcake told me that he was going to be on lead card because like we're buddies. So whenever he walks past, he'll be like, "What's up, Spicy?" And so today he walked past after the 18th hole finished up, and he looks at me and he goes like this: "You're gonna be seeing a lot of me tomorrow." And I was like, "Lucky you."
hell yeah, hell yeah,
He's a fun one.
yeah. How was Yuli looking out there?
Not bad. He finished one stroke off the lead card, so he finished
Ooh,
eight.
okay,
Yeah, he finished 8 down. Definitely not his finest putting performance, but
okay.
um I'll
I
put
mean,
it
if
this
he's
way.
8 down with bad putting,
Yeah, if he had made the putts that he missed inside the circle, he'd have been in solo first. Easy.
dang.
Yeah. Like he's just got some stuff to clean up and it's always nice seeing him out there. Him, his brother Pete, his mom Pat.
Mm. Yeah,
I
because they're
never really
Arizona natives, right? They don't
Yeah.
all live there anymore, I don't think. But
No, I think Pat
Pete,
and Pete live up near Sholo.
yeah, I
Pete's
was
got
gonna.
his own course up north called Wilderness Ranch that's really nice.
Yep,
But yeah, it's always fun to have Paul in town because he's a big personality in the scene. So
right.
he it's funny that AB just won, but everybody wanted Yuli's autograph after the round. Bunch of kids, so
He's
it's fun.
Yeah, he's definitely my favorite player. I root for him more than probably anyone. Uh, Mostly, I think it's a Jomez effect, considering how young I am in this sport. Like, I think I'm going on my 4th year.
Same.
Um, uh, 4.5. I think I started halfway through 2020. So no, I guess it'd be 3.5. Doesn't matter. Young in the sport, so my exposure to Yuli was practice rounds and Jomez, and he just seems so relatable. He's like 400
He's the
feet. That was
everyman,
a crush, you know, like,
right?
and Paul can throw further than he likes to make that joke, like, oh, I'm a noodle arm, and like he's like, oh, I can push it to 500 if I need to, you know. But
Yeah, he had a really phenomenal birdie today, actually on hole 11. So hole 11 at Fountain is you tee off right next to a tree. There's a big tree on your right, so you either want to throw a forehand or a turnover. And Yuli just threw this gorgeous turnover and put it at about circle's edge and canned the putt. It was gorgeous birdie.
heck yeah, nice,
So
yeah. I think his skill ceiling is still so high, and like there's been a lot of talk, so I'm sure you saw all the stuff with Brody, and then my stuff with Brody. Um,
I was a little busy today, so
yeah,
I
I mean it's
saw
been the
I
last
saw a
couple
tweet and a
days,
brief
but
explanation, but I haven't read
yeah.
it yet because
Oh,
I'm
no
not a
worries.
supportive
No,
co-host.
no, you're a busy guy. The fact that you forgot about it, the podcast until I sent the link, and you're still here recording, so shouts out. Um, But
That's my
there's a
bad.
lot of talk from like say like Yuli or Brody or like the older guys on tour. You know, you look at like Paul and all that. Like he's not even that old. They're claiming like mid to late 30s are like you're an old man now. You know, like you can't compete. Whereas most sports, most stuff like that. I mean, mid to late 30s is prime. You know, like as far as I that's what I've always heard, like, in terms of, like, boxing and stuff, like, you're, the I could be very wrong. My explanation is falling apart as I'm saying it. Um,
I mean, let's
but no, I've
take
always heard that,
20-year-old
like
Mike Tyson and put him in a ring with 45-year-old Evander
I mean,
Holyfield. It's
45 is yeah, but
even still 35. Still, it's
yeah,
15 years of
fair
youth and
enough.
vigor and
I don't know, I think they're playing like they're old as if they can't compete, you know, like, I hear a lot of the, Macbeth is washed kinda stuff being because he's how old is Macbeth? Like 35
no.
tops?
Macbeth and I are the same age. She's 34.
He's 34. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, look at you, prime, prime
definitely
beef.
not. I genuinely say all the time how badly I wish I had started golfing when I was like 6 years old because I would just
Oh,
be ripping it up right now. And that's like, I think that's more so what they mean is, when you're in I'm a baseball person, right?
Mhm.
So when you hear about an up and coming kid in baseball or like even football, NBA, whatever, they're like, oh, he's 17 and he just committed to Louisiana State or whatever. You know what I mean? So like prime is like, I would say 25 is prime age. When you get to be, in baseball, when you're 34, 35, you're nearing retirement. You genuinely are. Obviously, you're going to have case studies
Mhm.
like LeBron James, 39 years old, could still shit on anybody in the league.
Yeah.
No argument. But it just depends. I mean, I think genuinely, and this isn't a dig at Brody at all, but I think what he's probably running into is he was super athletic in college. He played all
Mhm.
these sports, ultimate, all that stuff. And then he had a decade of YouTube videos.
Mhm.
And speaking from someone who does online content, there's no exercise there. Not that he's out of shape, but I mean, you're not. It's different than having a regimen and being up, staying on
Yeah.
top of that kind of thing. And again, this isn't a discredit to him at all. It's a huge credit to him. Is the man has money.
Oh,
Like
yeah, that's yeah.
when you get comfortable, you get comfortable. You're not, the people who have like Floyd Mayweather. I hate
Mhm.
that man so much. I literally cannot stand him. But that man busts his ass every day.
Mhm.
He eats healthy every day. And that's the reason he can still go at 43, 44 years old.
Yeah.
And he's taking on people who are 29 and absolutely destroying them. But I think I don't know Brody. I don't know Brody's lifestyle. I don't know, how often he trains or anything. But in my mind, that I think is probably what he's running into.
Yeah. I mean, I see that he does train, whatever that means, like lifting weights, probably some light cardio or whatever.
Right.
But I think, and this is what I was writing about, is that like Brody has always won, right? He's his entire life he's always been a winner
Right.
in whatever he did, and it's always been frisbee stuff. And I think he thought that the transition to disc golf would be easy and he would also be winning here. And he it was similar enough that he transferred and he became good very quickly because he's what 10-20 rated in
Hmm.
a few years. Like that's insane.
He was a
Like the
thousand rated within 12 months, which is
yeah
like bonkers.
yeah the work ethic is there. You can tell he works hard. And like I just think he was expecting to come in just like he did with Ultimate with YouTube. I'm not discrediting the work he put in to do it, but I mean he was saying on the podcast like he got in and successful on YouTube because he went to church with the guys from Dude Perfect. So like it's the kind of like the people deal, right? And then
Yeah,
work ethic gets you the rest of the way.
sure.
But I think he jumped into disc golf, got a helping hand from Macbeth, got on Discraft. I'm sure they were already aware of him because Discraft does ultimate stuff. So I mean,
Sure.
and most people are aware of Brody Smith before disc golf, anyways. I'd say more people then than now. But I'm talking like his audience on YouTube prior to disc golf is probably the same size as disc golf. So
Oh, I'd agree with that 100%.
yeah.
Like,
So like he came into a smaller sport expected to win and he's not winning. And I don't know if he knows how to
lose.
yeah, he doesn't know how to lose and I don't know if he knows how to come to terms with because like if you step back and look at his career in disc golf, he's won, right? Like he might not be winning tournaments, but he's got YouTube content, he's part of Foundation, he's got a bag,
Oh
he's
yeah.
like got the biggest podcast, like he's killing it. I just don't think he's able to step outside of himself and see that when he's not getting podium finishes.
Yeah, he's a very competitively driven person. I'm the
Mhm.
same way. I'll race you to the fucking door at Applebee's, dude. Like I don't I'm the same way, man. I always want to win. When I don't win,
Mhm.
it's hard for me. And to be honest, becoming a billiards player like I have been recently, like over the last year, I've really started to get serious about playing and going to practice and keeping up on my game.
Nice.
And
Oh yeah, dude.
it's to the point where I can go into pretty much any bar that has a pool table, any pool hall that has a pool table, and I'm probably one of the three top people. Like I don't lose often, and that's not to sound conceited by any stretch of the
No,
imagination, because I don't like sounding that way. But like, it's when you have that confidence in your ability and you know you're putting the work in, like, and then you lose, it can be very hard to wreck it with,
yeah.
and this is a story my mom likes to tell people all the time. When I was in kindergarten, I walked into class the first day and I told everyone in that class, I like made an announcement: I'm the smartest person in here. And ever since she told me that story, like, I being humble is so important to me. I don't know why I air quoted humble, but like, it's I don't like losing. I get mad when I play poorly at disc golf. We talked about last week with courtesy violation.
Hmm.
But billiards, you can, like, if you follow billiards or snooker, I'm a big snooker fan. And there's a best player to ever pick up a cue. His name's Ronnie O'Sullivan, and watching him lose has taught me so much about losing, because he wants to win. Of course, that's why he
Hmm.
plays. But even the best player to ever do it loses. And when he loses with grace. He shakes their hand and
Yeah.
he's like, great job, And like, I've really started to implement that in my daily life. If somebody beats me at something, it's pool, darts, whatever, like,
Hmm.
it's a handshake and it's a good game.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, I also absolutely abhor shit talkers. I can't, dude. If I start playing a game of pool with you and you're like, "Little bitch, you missed that shit," dude, I'm like, get me out of this bar so goddamn fast. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, there's no place for that in my life. And so that it's kind of weird how everything just kind of melds. Stop knocking on the door, Mrs. Shanks. We'll talk later.
Jesus Christ.
But it really is, like, it's probably one of my favorite lessons I've ever had to teach myself, is like, dude, lose
Yeah.
and learn how to lose.
That's all I do, baby.
Well, I don't know, I've seen your wife. 2 in a row. Got him.
Jesus. Oh, your internet's getting so bad, man. He's gonna drop any minute.
Me? Oh yeah,
Sick glasses, bro. Yeah.
uh
So
yeah, go ahead.
no, sorry. I think that's relatable in, like, even talking about pool, but it's just a sports thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you call pool a sport,
I don't.
um, really,
Mm-mm.
that's interesting. Where do you draw the line?
I think a sport
Hmm.
requires a certain level of physical endurance. So in the same way that I don't believe chess is a sport, it's a very difficult game. You have to
Hmm.
be an absolute genius to master it. Uh, I'm not. I would never take anything. I genuinely do not know how to play chess. I have no idea.
Really?
No, never
Even
learned.
after chess.com
I love
invitation?
checkers. I love checkers. I never learned how to play chess, and so I
I think
I,
we have
I
a video idea there.
what, teach me how to play chess.
Yeah, teach Spicy how to play chess.
Hey, that works for me. But I don't consider it a sport. Billiards, you really don't need physical endurance. Like, some of the matches are like, they can go for hours at a time, but guess
Hmm.
what? There's intervals. You play 6 racks at a time and then you take a break. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like like a
Yeah.
soccer player. Fuck that, dude.
Mm. So
Running for
way too much
90
run.
minutes.
Yeah.
I can't do the gestures I want to do because I'm on YouTube and it's TOS, but there's a lot of things I'd rather do than run for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
no, that's a sport.
Yeah, I think where I would call pool a sport, right? Just as much as, like, um why am the bags game, cornhole. Uh yeah, I think it's a physical activity, where I think you draw the line at I draw the line at, like, board games not being a sport, or but then you kind of run into like, what about video games like esports?
Right. And I
Like
think I love the term esports specifically because it separates itself.
it does, yeah,
And the same, like board games, physical activity. You got to roll the dice. You got to move the pieces. Sometimes you got to
yeah,
draw stuff
fair
out or
enough.
act stuff out. You know what I mean?
You know what? No, chess
There's
is a sport.
no. That's why I don't. That's why I don't say physical activity is not the line for me.
Hmm.
It's
It's
endurance. It's
endurance.
something you have to be able to do for an extended period of time for it to be a sport, in my mind. Like
Gotcha. Okay,
obviously, I'm
I can see that.
not athletic, but you know what I mean. Like I'm actually very athletic for someone my size and
I was gonna
stature.
say, you walk around with cameras and shit for Terry, and
Oh yeah, but I mean
not
that
easy terrain. You play disc golf. I mean, that's athletic in and of itself
I've been athletic my whole
on the
life.
spectrum. Yeah.
Like I played baseball and I'm very good at mimicking. So if I'm like I was watching a there's a video on YouTube of Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers hearing 30 Seconds to Mars for the first time
Mm.
and the kill and he plays along with it. He's never heard the song before and he's
I think
immediately
I've seen
picks
that.
it up and just
Yeah.
kills it. And I'm like, that's me. That's how I am. I can watch him play the drums, and I could probably within 2 or 3 tries at least get to an acceptable point of
Yeah.
now I
Recognizable.
know how to play this song because I love that's how I learned disc golf. Physics of Flight on Dynamic Disc's YouTube channel is a phenomenal series. That's what taught me how to play disc golf.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen that one.
It's
I'll have to
got
check it out.
Danny, who's no longer with Dynamic.
Yeah.
And then that's the first time I ever saw Jordan Castro, and he just brings in guests and stuff and has them kind of go through like, okay, he's a putting specialist. Let's, like if you're putting uphill, you should move your back foot closer, and if you're putting downhill, you should move your back foot further back to compensate. Like, just all sorts of crazy shit. And I was like, I would have
Yeah.
never thought of any of this.
I'm gonna
So
have to watch that for sure, because
it's a
that
great
sounds right
series.
up my alley. Interesting. I'm surprised that I've missed it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Too busy
So
eating fucking apples.
yeah.
I want a Hydro Flask Cosmic.
Right. It's really nice. It's very noisy, which is my only complaint. Is it's like a tuning fork when you knock it against something. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
And it's very good. Um, but yeah, short little story time from me. I went to
Yes.
a work event today and met the um, gold medalist of the 1972. I have it pulled up here.
He's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. 19. I don't know. It's not right on his Google page, so that's unfortunate. I think it's 1972 or three. He's met him today at a work event for selling media to our local news channel. But he's from my area, like grew up in Waterloo, which is where I live, and came to say hi and gave probably the worst public speaking showing I've ever seen. Give the guy some grace because he's like in his 70s or something.
Yeah, his Dan Gable. Say
Yeah.
his name.
Oh, sorry, Dan Gable. Yeah.
And his son's
I
Chad
must have
Gable,
missed it. Yes.
the
Yeah.
wrestler, the
The wrestler.
WWE wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I- that threw me. S- Anyways,
Sorry.
yeah. No, you're good.
You just didn't say his name. I was like, tell him who he is.
No, yeah, I totally missed that. Yeah, Dan Gable, one-time Olympic gold medal champion for wrestling,
That's so
came and
cool.
gave the worst speech I've ever heard. But it was really funny. I mean, he's definitely a product of his time, right? He went on a spiel about how like women's wrestling is making a comeback, but they're not as good as the men. Uh, and just a bunch of just like, ooh, and uh, mentioned Putin a bunch. He was like, them damn Russians. And it was a very entertaining speech. But I went to go take a picture with him, and took probably the worst selfie of my life.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely showed Dustin because we were in the car on the way back when I saw it. Because I had my phone in my bag while I was filming. I pulled it. I was like, "Dude, look at this piece of shit picture my friend just sent." He goes, "Oof."
It's all neck, and like I haven't shaved in a few days, and like from the steepest angle, and then Dan Gable's just like looking over my shoulder
God
or
damn it,
over my
dude.
phone.
It really
It's a
did make me
bad
smile.
picture. I might post it. I don't know. It's bad.
God damn it. Oof.
But yeah. It was cool though. I got a we have a local brewery called Single Speed that made a beer for him called the Gable, and I've got a signed can from Dan Gable now, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty sick, dude.
I can't decide if I should open it and drink it and then have it as a commemorative thing, or just leave the beer in there and risk it like exploding.
Drink it.
You say drink it and just keep the can?
Yeah, it's signed by him. The
That's
can's
fair.
the important part. The beer's gonna be good for 3 months. If somebody's gonna be
Yeah,
mad you
if it's
drink
craft
beer,
at that. So
yeah. So 3 months is a long time.
yeah,
No one's gonna be mad that you drank a beer that was given to you.
right.
They
And
want the autograph.
it's probably ass anyways. I had a beer called some hipster ass name. And it was like a light beer, and I'm like, oh, I might be able to enjoy it, and took a drink. It's just the most bitter shit I've ever had.
Hey, I
I'm
drink
like,
Coors Light when I'm playing pool, so
yeah,
I'm not a connoisseur by any stretch of the imagination.
no, I'm a Blue Moon guy.
Ugh,
Speaking
Blue Moon
of,
tastes like fucking dish soap.
get out of this podcast.
Kick
The
me
best
out.
beer. He
Kick me out.
said kick me. Speaking of guys, my buddy Josh Roberts is here. What up, dude?
Why is he wearing the shirt from the beginning of Jurassic Park? Where
No,
Newman's...
no, it's Lilo and Stitch. Lilo.
Oh, I can't see it. I'm in a library on a cell phone, so
That's fair.
it looks like Newman to me.
Well, it
All
happens.
right, Josh, your tenure on this podcast is on the line here. What's your favorite beer?
Favorite beer?
Hold on. Your favorite readily accessible beer?
Yeah.
I not much of a beer drinker actually, but
All right. Points.
but on a nice hot summer day,
Okay.
a nice fall day, if you will, a nice apple bush light will do the job.
Ooh, little apple cider guy.
And some you can't overdo it or you get gut rot. So
Fair play.
Oh, I love Strongbow. I'll have a Strongbow cider any day of the
Strongbow's
week.
good. Strongbow's good.
Heck
Or
yeah.
delicious Cosmic Crisp 2 Towns. Which one does Cosmic Crisp make?
I don't know.
They make their own. They have their own specific cider. I think it's from Schilling.
Yeah, I've seen what you're talking about. I've also seen a beer that claimed to be made from Cosmic Crisp, which was neat. Someone tagged me in that. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen like I did last week and totally didn't do.
Bro, I thought you said somebody pegged me just now, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So, Josh, tell us about yourself, buddy. I hear you've been begging to be in my presence, so explain yourself.
Wow. I mean, be in the presence of someone who's been in the home of Ricky Wysocki. I mean, yeah, why not?
Why not? Indeed.
Points. I'll give you that. That was a nice, cool, slick, little segue there.
Sorry, as Chris D'Elia would say, my future's so bright.
Oh Lord. Well, I am a rec amateur disc golfer who
join us.
has been grinding the pathway of the righteous or the wicked. I guess kind of depends on how you're feeling and what course you're at. But I started playing in Tennessee about 5 years ago. That's where I picked it up. Played at Barfield, which was my home course in Tennessee. Beautiful course. very elevated. Elevation can change quite a bit. And then I moved back home to Iowa, where I'm originally from, and set up shop in Cedar Falls and Waterloo area for about 3.5 years, give or take, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we played in the same league for a while. He eventually moved off to greener pastures. But yeah, we played the tourist event a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
Sorry,
pretty cool
this
as shit.
an absolute baddie just walked into this library and she's using the computer right there. So I'm trying to not be a piece of shit. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Now the sunglasses would come into effect. They would be, they would be.
Yeah, just weekend at Bernie's.
Right, just
Is he
controlling.
sleeping?
Me. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I think me and Shank, the first time we actually collectively met was the Wildcat party we had like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that would be, huh?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
So to give some reference, I don't think I've talked about that course on this show. Wildcat is, what is it, rated 5th in the United States?
14th.
Oh,
Same difference.
yeah. There's no biggie there. I thought it was higher than that. Damn, shame.
I think 14th. I'm not willing to bet a paycheck on it, but I'm willing to bet, that I'm not wrong on it.
But yeah, it's so it's super hilly. It's one of the only parts in Iowa that isn't like spicy. This isn't courtesy violation.
I'm listening.
It's a super hilly course, and there's zero. Sorry to the audio listeners, you have no ideas, but Spicy's on one.
Dude,
There's a
I'm
gas
so
leak in the
tired and
library.
hungry from my day. I have
I
been at
bet.
Fountain Hills since 9:30 this morning, and it is going on 6:30. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, and he's back. Maybe he was here and gone. But yeah, it's. Go ahead.
It's very hilly. I was just.
Oh yeah, it's very hilly, and there's zero service out there, like zero service. And you, like, if you go play out there, bring a buddy, because or maybe two, because you might need to get carried out there. If you fall and break your leg, like, R.I.P., bro.
Yeah.
It's a super fun course, but there's some drop offs that, like, if you were to like roll your ankle on a rock and fall, you'll just never be seen again.
Wow.
Yeah. I think the hole he means is probably hole 11, Stairway to Heaven. You go down that hole. Nice knowing you, but you're not coming back.
Straight into a ravine, and if it's rained lately, you're just getting washed away.
Yeah.
But super fun course. I mean, I think the best I've ever shot there is like 14 over. And it's super hard in the right layouts. I've heard that the short layout can be pretty easy, but like the only times I've played it is in the longs and like the normal layout. That's usually what it's in when we do the Wildcat party. But yeah, there's like, how many people usually show up to the Wildcat party? 80?
Last year there was, I want to say, like almost 95 people there.
Yeah, and they all just camp out, and like you have to like waft through clouds of weed smoke and like.
Oh no.
Yeah, the drugs on my Christian Minecraft server.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
I have a Yuli story based on that, so just remind me when we're done.
I mean, I'm done. It's a really good course. I want to hear about how Yuli relates to weed smoke, because I'm about to love him even more.
Oh, I don't know if he does, but today we were on the course and I ran past him because I was trying to get set up for my next shot, and I said, it's amazing I don't have abs yet. And he laughed and was like, yeah, but what are you gonna do after all this? Go have a brewski? And I was like, nah, I have other vices that lead to excessively overeating. And he goes, like, doing it? I said, "Do you see these chins, bro? Like, yeah, I'm just drowning in ladies for sure." We laughed, had a good chuckle about it.
Oh heck
But
yeah, dude.
I have another story I can tell you privately, but I can't put it out there. It's not my place.
Ooh. Speaking of privately, I got a package today for a giveaway on a future episode. Can't be this episode because it's a disc that is not released yet.
Ooh, shit. I don't
Yeah.
have a giveaway today, so I'm fully relying on you.
Yeah. I'll give away Josh. We'll pack him up.
Yeah.
Send him via FedEx to wherever. Uh, no, I'm sure I can figure something out. I have my box of. Oh, how about that? I will give away one of my Nautilus discs Marlins. So I don't have a picture of it yet, but I will be getting my package tomorrow.
Ne-
And
Nautilus or Neptune?
RV3 cut that.
Bro,
RV3
I
cut
was
that.
like, do you know your own sponsor, my guy?
Neptune. I keep trying to call them Clash. Like in my head, Neptune and Clash are like the same thing. And that's just a testament to Neptune, right? Like being
Which one of us has been in the sun all day?
no shit. Neptune discs Marlin. It's like it's a flippy 7-speed.
Okay.
I'm getting 2 of every of their molds in my like care package, whatever you want to call it. So I'll give away one of my Marlins.
Allotment.
There you go. Allotment, yeah. Um I'll give away one of those on this episode.
Nice. I may
And
enter because I've never thrown Neptune, and if I win, people
I
will
haven't either.
obviously give me a ton of shit. So
I was thinking about that with this disc that's unreleased. I was like, I need to figure out a way to give it away that like I'm going to win it.
oh yeah.
Because it's really not, I think the plastic is super pearly, and that might be a hint. I don't know. It's one of the we're actually back to 7 listeners. So if one of you guys can guess it, you can have it. How about
Oh, me included. It's funny when I was trying to get this room set up and everything. I told Terry, I was like, "Fuck, I forgot. I'm supposed to be recording the podcast." And he goes, "Oh, are your 4 listeners going to be upset about it?" And I was like, "Listen, Terry." And he goes, "You guys aren't live, right?" I said, "No." He goes, "Then who gives a shit?"
That's what I
It's
was
like,
saying.
Terry's like one of the most brutally honest people you'll ever meet. I was like, "You're right. You're right."
Oh.
Also, I feel bad because I so chatty today, but I think it's because I'm tired and I'm kind of
Mhm.
like slap happy and I'm starving and everything. So, Josh, don't let me talk over you anymore. I need to know what's your favorite disc in your bag, what's your favorite disc you've ever thrown, and what is your dream course?
Well, 2 of those things I can actually show you. The third one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here's my home course.
Uh, um, dream course. Wow, that's a. I don't think it's a tough one. I think it's just because of the wide variety of courses that are out there.
Mhm.
It's just so hard to pick one. But if money was not an object, I would go to Maple Hill all day, every day,
Great
twice it.
answer.
I mean, that course on its own looks phenomenal. You know,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, it's again that would be my answer. It's one of those courses you look at and you're like, man, I would really suck at that course, but I would definitely try. I would definitely.
Yeah.
That would be me. That's how I feel about toboggan. I want to play the toboggan course so bad, but I know that I'd be plus 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I would be keeled over from just the workout
Yeah,
going up and down those
I
damn
got
hills.
calves for days, so I'll be fine. But
Ooh. If I had to choose, I'd say Fountain Hills.
oh, it's right out here.
Says
It's
me.
actually, what's funny is I think about that all the time when I'm filming at Fountain. I'm like, God, this
Mhm.
course is so gorgeous. Like it's bright green grass, it's bright blue skies. Like it's just a stunning course to look at. It's just really easy. Sorry,
Yeah.
Josh, I did it again. What are your favorite discs?
Okay, so I have come prepared in the sense of having discs with me. I have my bag with me, obviously. But let me go grab my discs because they're right over here.
Hey, you remind me so much of my friend Athen. Like, you're like the same person.
He's just off
That,
screen.
that,
Except I'd be willing to bet he's taller than you are.
is that a compliment?
We'll say yes.
Okay. There's not much I can do besides take it, so I guess I'll do that.
Goddamn right.
I love when Spicy gets mad. Anyway, so my favorite disc to throw would be. This is gonna be a little hard with the lighting, but it is a Discraft Titanium Undertaker.
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah.
This is the 5-time one, but I had a 4-time silver one, and that thing, you've seen it before, Shanked. You know which one.
Yeah. Yep.
That one is no longer in the bag. Unfortunately, I lost it at Waverly at
Oh,
hole
racist.
17.
Oh, that's crazy. I found one at Waverly.
Found what?
4-time Undertaker.
Was it gray?
It was. I'm
Gee.
fucking with you, dude.
Oh, was
God
it?
damn it.
Yeah, you win.
Dude, he
Oh,
bit so hard.
I hope that when you go to sleep tonight, both sides of your pillow are cold. You sick son of a bitch.
That sounds great.
Yeah, cold pillars are the best. What are you talking about?
I hope there's a hole in your sock that's for the big toe only.
Oh, that one's rough. Yeah, that one's spicy. Reel it in. Spicy. Yeah, fucking what's that skunk's name? Pepe Le Pew?
Pepe Le Pew.
Listen, I'm not a skunky piece of shit. I'm also
No, but your eyes are about to pop out like, oh. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lord.
There's a thumbnail for this episode.
Holy shit.
That should be a t-shirt right there. But how was your round going?
40 minutes. I need to remember that. 40 minutes. Oh, that's so good.
But outside of that's my favorite disc to throw. My bag currently contains a wide variety of stuff, but this little pink, little pretty
Is that
little.
Vibram?
No,
It is.
it's a
Oh,
bottom stamp. Venom?
Vulture.
Vulture. Yeah.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, it's got like the kind of Irish flaky colors.
Yeah, looks like emerald kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Super pretty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
No.
Is Vulture overstable?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not real. Yeah,
You're so emotive, and I love it. Like, you came in here and you were like, how's it going, guys?
Right. It's like my discs
goddamn.
are right over here.
right, but I'll be back. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how I am, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, good or bad.
That's been blasted so far.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've got one for you. Least favorite in your bag.
Least favorite. Oof.
What's
Okay.
the piece of shit of your bag? Like staring at women in libraries.
It's my
guy in your
Shanks
bag.
Tour Series disc on Disc Golf Go.
So this is kind of.
It's really good.
It's not my worst disc, but I don't like throwing it unless I have to, and I only have to when I have no confidence. So it is the MVP glitch.
Oh, your least favorite in your bag is the glitch.
I do, but I keep it in the bag. I do use it when
Fair enough.
I have.
You don't like this. You don't like it because you don't like the situations when you have to pull it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that's me and my fireball. I'm like, I hope I never have to touch you, but you're here in case I do.
Yeah, because there's some discs that I really like throwing, especially mid-range guys for upshots, and that has come in clutch. I will say once or twice, but it's so like the mold on it's kind of like warped, so it's kind of like all like dinner plate ish.
Yeah, mine did that. I left it in the back seat, like the window of my back seat of my car for a couple days in the summer, and I came back and it's shaped like an S now.
Yeah,
like it's just it melted.
Your glitch got scoliosis.
It did.
The glitch did glitchy things. Moving on. to the mid ranges, which then I'll stop because I'm not gonna show my whole bag because
In the
don't
bag
want
with
to
Josh
get
Robert.
trade secrets.
Terms of service.
Yeah, exactly. This one was actually a gift from a mutual friend of me and Shanked, Dr. Bush, Conrad
Oh,
Bush,
Conrad, yeah.
who is now Papa Bush. He had a kid.
Oh, congrats to
He
that
had a
guy.
baby.
There's
Yeah.
only one pop-up for this show, though.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's he's
Oh.
7'3". He's not actually 7'3", but he's pretty.
No, but he's a tall guy
He is tall.
and really good at disc golf.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
He said,
is. He is, but it just because it's like when we play around and there's like a tree that he can just overshoot, and I'm like, well, everybody can't be 7'3", Conrad. Can't just go. Every time.
You
Anyway,
sound like a cartoon prospector. Jesus.
oh, shit.
Listen here, gold digger.
See, that's when we stopped being cool, though. Was back in the day. You see, put it in the bag.
with a stogie hanging out your mouth.
Right, exactly. Anyway,
Are you making a Shane Gillis reference right now?
Who?
maybe.
He's mad that I caught that. It was very, very muted, but I got it.
Hey,
Here comes the pitch. Ah, fuck, home run.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that was good. Anyway. Anyway, moving on. The gifted disc is a harpoon.
Harpoon.
Star.
Yeah, those are actually really good. The weird thing about the harpoon, it's the shallowest disc I've ever thrown.
Yes.
Like holding it on a forehand, it only covers like half of the pad of my finger. It's so shallow, and I can't tell if I like it or not. I have one in the beta plastic. What do they call it? Bravo plastic.
Bravo plastic.
Yeah, I have it in the Bravo plastic, and it's kind of, I don't know. I have a problem with Lone Star discs plastics because they're not plastic. They feel like rubber, like almost like they're made out of like eraser stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
And except for their like Founders plastic, which is like a champion. It's solid it's what premium plastic should be across the board, but yeah, their more base plastic is very rubbery, and not a big fan of how it feels. I had a Mockingbird out of their base plastic. I can't remember what they call it. It's like super lightweight, and it's but I threw it, I hit a tree, and I swear it bounced off the tree and started traveling faster after it kicked, because it trampolined off the tree, and then when I went to grab it, it's all deformed and stuff. So I assume that was back when the second year of the Ranger team. And they were still kind of early in how they're so that plastic might be better now, but sorry, king of tangents.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it flies pretty straight for me, even if I really kind of fuck it up. It just still kind of flies straight. So it's a good one for sure. The one that I have in the bag that I just recently started throwing the end of last year, and being in the Cedar Valley area, you know that the usual guys who collect the disc around that area that we've played with so far have those discs, but is a Raptor Eye Saki Bomb Slammer.
Nice. That's a really cool color for it too.
Yeah.
It's like a neon yellow and black.
Yep, pretty much. A little bit of
Bumblebee
green.
Slammer.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Where's Rachel?
Swear to me. Everyone in this library is like,
You're peeking out the window, they're peeking in.
They're all like, what the fucking doing, Batman?
You need like a Lads Action News thing. Just pick up your phone and just start running through the library asking people questions like, is Ken Climo the GOAT? And they'll be like, what?
I'm just gonna go find that baddie and be like, will you marry me? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Live stream Spicy's arrest.
I thought this was America. Can't propose to people at the library? Get the fuck out of here. God damn it.
That'd be way too good. Unfortunate. Terry will bail you out.
Oh, hold on. I just saw this coming into the library today and I forgot to mention it. There's a bench, right? So if you go out this door and you turn to the right, there's a big wall of windows. And there's a bench, and I'm going to put a picture of it on Twitter so y'all can look. And it's these two guys who are holding a piece of wood. They're like statues, and they're holding a piece of wood that you sit on. It's a bench.
Mhm.
But the name of the bench it's named for a person, and it's the
Okay.
Randy Hand Bench. And the statues are very like, they have these big asses that are all like pointing out. Like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. And then right across the walkway from it, a bunch of statues of kids.
That sounds like something Alabama would do. Anyway.
Sus.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Classic Fountain Hills decorations.
Oh no. Is it? Have I heard that? Does Fountain Hills smell?
The fountain does.
Is it
Right now,
stinky?
all I can smell is myself, and it is not. It is not pleasant. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
But the fountain is reclaimed water, and it's full of shit, like goose shit and duck shit and bald eagle shit. There was 2 bald eagles out here today, but like it
It's a shit fountain.
smells gross. It smells gross, and like the starter Sarah, she's wonderful. I got to announce 2 cards today. I got to send off 2 cards because she needed to go to the bathroom, so that was pretty fun. But she tells every card, "This is reclaimed water. So when the fountain comes on, if you can feel it hitting your face, turn away from it. Because if you stand there like this, you're swallowing shit." And the golfers are always like, "Is the 2-meter rule in effect?"
Oh
It's a good
man.
time.
Yeah. The shit fountain. It's got to be a weird one because you're like, it looks so pretty on coverage, and the announcer's like, shit water. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
water.
like I told you, being out here is visually gorgeous. It definitely smells though.
Just everyone's got like clothespins on their nose.
Yes, that's how we play golf here.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, well documented.
Well documented, he said. That's fair. So where do you reside, Spicy?
I am in Central Phoenix, so
He's like, I am in a library.
Yeah, here. This is my room. No, I'm about 15 minutes west of Vista del Camino. So
gotcha.
if Vista del Camino is on McDowell Road, and a mile north is Thomas, and then about 6 miles west is where I'm at. And Fountain's just way the fuck out here in BFE. I love Terry and will come out here every time he asks, but I fucking hate driving out here.
Fair enough. The reason I asked is because I actually used to live in Arizona. I actually used to live in Tucson.
Oh, wow. What a mistake. Sorry, bud.
I know.
He said, oops.
Hot.
I went and played disc golf at Rito River Park, and it's funny when he was like, "Bring a buddy." That's how the one time I played Rito was I went in August, and by myself because everyone else has brain cells, and my phone was dying and I didn't have a charger. And when I left, I texted my friend and I said, "Hey, if you do not hear from me in 2 hours time, like call the police. Here's where I am, like." I have water, but I don't know how long it's going to last. And it was a genuine request. I was not fucking around.
That's fair. It's not even a joke, because that see, when you live in a place that has humidity and then goes to a place that is just dry heat, it's different. It'll hit you different.
It sucks the life out of you. It sucks the moisture out of your body. And then at the end of the day, you feel like dog shit.
Yeah. But I will say, I mean, it was a fun time to live there, but definitely wouldn't. If I had to live in Arizona again, I probably wouldn't choose Tucson. Probably wouldn't be my first place of choice at all.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't enjoy Arizona. I'm built for the Pacific Northwest, so the sooner I can get up there, I think the better.
That's fair.
You look like you'd be a car salesman in Minnesota.
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate car salesmen.
Because, like, if I just saw a picture of you, I'd say car salesman, Minnesota. Like,
come on down to Paul's Motors, St. Paul's Motors,
you nailed it.
Minnesota
That's
jokes.
awesome.
Got them.
Oh, shit. All right. Serious question for y'all. Who is the pisser?
Who's the pisser?
Yeah, who's the pisser?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Am I?
Yes.
I am terminally online, I think is the problem. So Holland Hanley, I want to say it was, or Cat Merch, maybe one of those two, posted on their Instagram that there was a warning sent out to the FPO players that if you piss in the neighbor's yard, it will be an immediate disqualification.
I think I did see something about Haley King like calling somebody out for it.
Yeah, they never said who it was, but you don't send a warning out like that unless it's already happened.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm wondering who the pisser was.
I'm really debating.
Spicy nose.
I can't.
I think I know. I have a
I don't
guess.
know. I would say I feel like it's probably somebody who's a little bit more outdoorsy, like Madison Walker or like Sarah Holcomb.
I was gonna say Hokum. I can just kind of imagine walking down a fairway and looking right, and it's just like the top half of Hokum poking out of a bush.
Is she peeing or throwing a forehand? She's awfully low to the ground.
Either gonna be a sick forehand or something's gonna smell really soon.
God, right?
Um,
She's always throwing overhands. It's just the angle of her body.
yeah.
She's still throwing like this. Just
It's like it's a full over the top, but I
yeah,
probably
but
shouldn't-
she's just
that
like
looks
sideways.
racial. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who it could be. I'm glad I didn't say what my first thought was.
I think I'm
Nope.
right there with you.
Did you,
Are we three
who
cup?
had who busted out their shiwi?
Oh
You know, you wonder now because now my immediate thought is how many pros FPO players have that in the bag that's off to the side just in case.
Genuinely, I would not fault them at all for that because
no.
women do not have facilities on most courses, and it's got to be mind numbing for them, frustration wise. Even
Yeah.
just at
I mean,
Vista,
even a
have
porta potty.
they have a right, just something like
Like,
you know.
well, I mean, even a porta potty. Like, as dudes, we just have you don't have to touch anything, right?
Right.
Like, I feel like that's gotta suck for the FPO. Just like butts on butts all day.
Well, it's like at Vista, the way that Vista's laid out, it's very long and thin, but they have if you go on the back nine or the back part of the course, there's a bathroom there. And then in the middle of the course, there's a bathroom there. And then on the far side, like over by Spinners, they have porta potties. But like porta potties don't really work for women who are having certain issues. And so actually for the Phoenix Ladies Open, which happens every November, second weekend of every November, they rented out a hotel room at the Palms Hotel, which is right across from Vista, and they literally only had that room available for women. And I was
Oh
like,
wow.
that's the coolest shit I've ever heard. Like I was so stoked on that.
Yeah, that's it's accommodation.
Yeah, it's
Love
good
that.
times.
Um,
I'm gonna get running here pretty soon because I'm gonna die if I don't eat. And We're almost at time, so I don't mean
Yep.
to like shut everybody down. Josh, I thought you were great. I'd love to have you on again if Shank will put up with you, but I feel bad because this is one of those other episodes, like I always do, where I just never shut the fuck up and never let the guest talk, and I feel like Bert Kreischer. So
That's
I'm sorry.
podcasting, baby. No,
Yeah,
I think
it is. It is
we
what
got
it is.
it in the bag with Josh.
But
All that stuff. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have you come on again. I'm thinking about changes to the show and like how it's released and stuff.
Scheduling, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna land on, but I'm starting to think that the podcast might be too long for a lot of people's attention. So I think the audio version will still be the full thing because I think that's the best way to consume podcast is audio.
Yeah.
But in terms of YouTube strategy, I don't know why I'm doing this live. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. YouTube strategy, releasing it in two parts, it being like, here's the first 30 of me and Spicy, and then here's the last 30 of Hanging Loose and the guest. And that might be the best way to do it. I'm not sure. I feel like the guests kind of lose visibility on that, or we do. It'd be an interesting experiment to see what people are enjoying. If you
Mm,
could let us know in the comments, like this stuff and stuff, I genuinely want to make a good podcast for y'all to listen to. So let me know what we can do differently.
I don't. I don't.
I don't give
But
a
scratch that.
shit.
We're just gonna. But
Okay.
seriously, thank you to like the 60 of you that watch every week. We do
Yeah,
get ups and downs, but there seems to be a solid like base audience of about 60 to 70 of you on YouTube. Audio listeners, I mean, y'all are great. That's the most consistent thing we have. So
we love you guys.
yes, thank you so much for listening. Josh, any last words? Plug your stuff.
Oh, any plugs? I'm gonna plug this podcast, the
Plug.
Hanging Loose podcast, on its own because this is
Hey,
a source of entertainment. I think the outside of that, I think the last words I have, because I did want to make it
don't Bud
short,
Doyer this.
make a short little. You say what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Like a short little like I told you when we were at the tourist park that I would have a big dick moment and a little dick moment. I'm
Yes.
gonna make that announcement quick, short, and to the point. Uh, Played Wildcat for the people who
Ooh.
listen to the podcast and have played Wildcat. Spicy, you'll have to look at it on the interwebs of sorts to see what kind of
Matt
elevation.
Dollar has an old like phone coverage video of it. If anyone's interested, it's not great, but it gives a decent look at the course. Sorry.
No, you're good. Big dig moment there was going +9, which is I think my best there.
I think that beats my best.
Hey, that happened once, and I won the #1 tag for league that week.
Ooh, there you
Nice.
go.
So I held it for 2 days, but then it was gone. But I had it. I had it once.
He said I held on to it.
I did. I touched it. Small dick moment. I went to Austin, Minnesota, to play a course out there for league. It was called Todd Park, and
Yeah.
that course has like 21 holes or something like that. It's something weird. And it's kind of like a not elevated wildcat, if you will, just as the shapes are. Plus 25 there. So that that was a humbling moment. That was first day of league last year too.
Was that a rated league or casual?
Casual.
Damn, I wanted to know what the rating of that would have been, like PDJ rating of that.
Ugh, not good.
I saw someone post what was it, a 400 rated round on Twitter last week. I didn't even know like that's.
I thought ratings started at 600.
I mean genuinely.
Right. I was like, nah.
But
That's okay. I played the Vista, the Memorial layout one time and was 18 over par. So
Yeah, you'll have days where it is like that. But just
Yep.
we've in
It do be
April. It do be like that, yeah. in April or May, June, something like that. The Big Woods opening is happening. The Big Woods Open,
Yep.
aptly named course, Big Woods in Cedar Falls. That's one of those.
Lots of big wood there. Tournament day.
Yeah, yeah, lots of big wood, and Battie's gonna see it later. Anyhow, wouldn't it be funny though if she would be one of the 7 listeners? I think that'd be great. You just never know. You just walk by and be like, "Oh, hey, oh my God, spicy!"
I got 2 shout outs on the course today. Lance Trott came up to me. Thank you, Lance. It's very nice to meet you. And then another gentleman came up and he goes, "Are you Spiiciiboii?" I was
Hell
like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
dude.
it's me, man." He goes, "Thanks for all the coverage you do. I really only know you from Twitter, but it's nice to meet you." I was like, "Nice to meet you too."
That's
Then
cool.
I signed a bunch of autographs,
Yeah.
kissed some babies, even though they didn't want it. It's great.
It's actually his groupies outside the library window. It's not some.
I wish, dude. If that was one of my groupies, I'd be like, "Bye, y'all.
This podcast.
Good talking. I'm gonna
I
go.
can't
it's-
record tonight. I gotta go stink in public."
It's not actually a lady outside the window. He's just looking at Terry.
If he walks by again, I'm gonna show you because Terry left right when we started recording this podcast.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Dang,
So
I was
I'm literally still at this library just for our listeners. So.
Oh well, it's appreciated.
Yeah.
All right. Follow Josh on Twitter. I know you're on there. Somewhere.
Somewhere it's something.
Okay.
I don't know it by heart because I've only used it the last 7.
Follow him.
Sorry,
He's on there
RB3.
somewhere. You'll have to find him.
Yeah.
All right. As always, we have the guest end us with a scream.